How's it going, everyone? I want to do an update on stock ATYR as I have made a video in the past about this one, and I'm going to re-update this one as I am in this position, and I really do like where this stock could be headed in the very near future. All right. Let me tell you guys why I like this stock. Not only because of the system here. One, the first thing I love to see is you don't see this a lot. Analysts are all in this. This is not your typical penny stock. This has based on 11 analysts like JP, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. I mean, lots of these analysts are on this. And the next thing that I like is, obviously the volume is very decent. This isn't a penny that has no volume all throughout. It's had volume way before this big drop. So there was money even before this. I mean, if you look at the long-term picture here, this thing has some amazing moves here to the upside, right? And we're way down in here, but I definitely think we can get way above $1 within time. I think it is going to take probably some time, but I definitely think we can get way above it. This is a higher risk because it is less than $1, and you have to deal with those reverse split opportunities. But a lot of the times, what I see is we do have a big spike happening very soon. Now, here is my thing though. If this does not pump very soon in this area, then I will be looking to get out. Okay. I say with a gap this big, we will hit the EMA 5 very soon. Obviously, that's not going to be like an outrageous target. I mean, this is not, something outrageous. From here to the EMA 5, you're looking at a 18% move up into the 80 cents. All right. I think what's going to happen is it's going to go way above it like it did before. If you look at the 15-minute chart and you look at the time this thing did pump, be ready for these 6 in the morning pumps. I tell yourself, get up just in case, because a lot of times these will pump very big when you least expect it, and you can get rid of your average and get in at the end of the day for a new average. That's what a lot of these things will do. But as you can see, this thing is at 68 cents. If this thing went all the way up to $1, I mean, you're looking at a 43% move. It's not unrealistic, but I wouldn't be totally aiming, I mean, the EMA 10 is at $1.22. So that's kind of where you're seeing if it just hurries up and goes to this EMA 10. I would definitely accumulate these dips down in here. I got in on these areas. I said I'm going to wait till around that 11 daily mark. We're on the 13 days of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 days of not touching this EMA 5, and that's considered long with this kind of gap, that is considered long. So I think this is a really good one. I don't think this is like one of the worst penny stocks, fundamentally sound. Obviously, you can see we have a lot of price cuts to $1, $1.50, and all that. I'm looking to see if this is the bottom area. If this is not the bottom, then yeah, I'm going to take a stop loss. I mean, if this thing gets into the 20%, I accumulated these areas right in here, and if this doesn't pump up during very soon, then yeah, I will look to exit and reevaluate, because sometimes I don't want to just let one play be the nightmare of me. If this don't work, I can make it back in another one. But I do think this is setting up for a monster move up. I really do. We were hovering over this lower KC for a very long time. I had this at extreme settings at a KC of 4. You can see that if you buy it at the end of the day, which I just did, you tend to get the biggest discounts in that opportunity. I mean, if you buy it right at the bell, you happen to face this kind of thing where it gets up and then goes all the way down. A lot of the times, guys, pennies, if they're not pumping pre-market, they're probably not going to pump during the day. And we've seen it when it pumps pre-market and it goes right back down. Pennies are really hard because they tend to just get shorted and shorted to oblivion. But when you least expect it, if I think something's going to have a very near-term pump, this is the kind of setup I've seen happen a lot. Now, granted, it is a biotech and medical research. That's why I say it is a riskier stock. But if you look at the past and the previous, why I like this one is it had a lot of volume previously. This thing has really good. We saw this thing way back in the day from the dumps. We've seen this thing at $1 go all the way up to $7 way back, 2023. We've seen this do some steadily climbs, and we've seen this thing, hold some uptrends too on the weekly chart, which is very rare to see a penny look like that. So I think this is a really good one. You can always say in hindsight, you wish you waited a little bit longer. Obviously, this gap is extremely big, so you can always say that in hindsight. I think 13 days is very long, and I think that's a great area to start adding. There's always another play. Don't ever feel bad if you miss out on a play. Like if this thing just V-shaped right up in here, it's not. I wouldn't feel bad if you miss out on a play. I always say it's better to be safe than sorry. Wait for a nice entry, and then you can take it. I'm going to look at the KDJ too and show you guys this KDJ is at a 4.79. It's not really going to move too much, but it is to show you like, hey, this thing is extremely low on the KDJ, so it's a very nice opportunity too. So we'll see what this does. I'm going to do 20% stop loss from there if it don't work. I think that's your best thing. If you're getting in here, as you can see from here to here, in the low 50s. I got an average somewhere in here. So I would be looking in the low. If it gets to the 50s, I probably would look to exit. So we'll see if this goes, and I can reevaluate my position. But I think this right here is a bottoming formation, and we'll go from there, okay, guys? But this is how I look to find my bottoms. This is by far the best penny stock out of everything that I'm looking at, out of all my scanners. I have penny stock watch list. I looked at everything. ATYR is by far the #1 penny that I would take a risk on. And I'm not a big fan of penny stocks. If you look at my Discord, I learned a lot of higher quality stocks that you could hold for months or years and be fine. This stock right here, I don't recommend holding for a very long time, but you could hold this thing, probably short and midterm and be pretty fine too. All right, guys. If you guys want to join the Discord, as always, click the link in the TikTok, or not in the TikTok, the YouTube, the description of the YouTube, and the YouTube comments below. There'll be a link that says join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to subscribe, hit how to subscribe and hit #DayTradeAlerts. And when you do that, it'll take you to this membership. And guess what? It's only $12 a month. You'll get access to how to set up your chart like this, all the information you need. Day trading is my best. We have a very unique strategy, day trading, where it's personally the easiest to do, because depicting short-term prediction over longer-term prediction is a whole lot easier, and I use the band. So if price gets to the lower band or the upper band, we look for price to revert to the mean. Everything's going to revert to the mean, and that's why this is part of my swing trade. We know price is going to go to the EMA 5, 10, 20. Obviously, with gaps like this, it takes a little longer. That's why, you got to be very extra cautious with gaps. Those tend to be the plays people lose and think that it can't go further down. Gaps are always the worst, okay? But this is 13 days, not touching the EMA 5. This is a great opportunity to really start scaling in, accumulate 1 to 2 times, and do a 20% stop loss. If it gets to the 50 cents, I would be personally exiting. But I will see if this can kind of get this move up. I don't see why we can't at least get some kind of momentum up. Maybe some good news happening. But I'll be watching the pre-market spikes, okay? All right, guys. I'll see you in the Discord. I go live every day. If you ever need help with anything, I'm going to post my option alerts. They're really great for small accounts. If you don't have a lot of money, you can really scale a small account. I'll post, I post my swing trade alerts. They're going to be higher quality stocks mainly. Sometimes I post some of these pennies that I love. I think this is a great one. And you can join the Discord for $12 a month. Make sure you subscribe on the computer to avoid the iOS fee. Just hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts. All right, guys, if you have any questions, message me in the free chat, and I'll be there to help you guys. #1 penny stock, ATYR. I think this is going to have some really good news any minute. I mean, lots of analysts on it. I don't think big money has given up on this one. I think this one could get a really nice move up. So we'll see, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment. Share it out to your friends that are looking into penny stocks or just overall how to find bottoms. All right, guys. Peace out.